Hello, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today's class is Customize Your Website. So we're actually going to explore the KW agent site within Command and go over some ways that you can add some custom content to that website. If you are here with me live, definitely drop any questions or comments that you have in the chat. I'll try to get those answered for you in real time. Or if class does end a few minutes early, I can stay after and help answer questions then too. And if you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help get questions answered for you there as well. And so, again, this class is going to be Customize Your Website. I do want to add, we have another class called Command Website that goes over the basic setup of the KW agent site, along with going into the basic default settings and how you can change those. I'm going to show those to you today very briefly. I'm going to glide over those. We will spend the majority of today's class in the expert mode. So we'll actually be jumping in, adding custom pages, custom content, really building out that KW agent site. So if you're looking for more of the standard features and how to change any of the default settings on the website, definitely recommend checking out that Command Website Setup class. It is on our YouTube channel. Again, today will be spent in expert mode for the majority of the day. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. First things first here in our command. I want to show you where your marketing profile lives. This is the information on your website. It pulls from the bank of data that's on your marketing profile. That's how it gets branded. So let me show you where that lives. It's underneath your name at the top right, and you go to Settings, Connect Settings on the left, and Marketing Profile. If you were set up by Scott Leroy Marketing, chances are this is already filled out for you and you should be good to go. But I want you to know where it lives. Again, that command website class actually goes through every single field on this profile and shows you how to edit and add things. So we're not going to go into that much detail. Just want to show you where all this information does pull from. It's right here on this marketing profile. So come in here and check it. Just make sure you're good to go. And if you do make any changes, all the way down here at the bottom, just make sure you click Save. Any changes to this marketing profile generally will show up on your KW website within about 30 minutes. Okay. Now, this information also feeds out to your KW app as well. So that might take a little longer. You might see those changes take about 72 hours. Okay. All right. So now you know where this little guy lives. Let's actually go over to your website tab. It's over here on the left, websites down at the bottom. If you're not familiar with these icons just yet, make sure to click that red square at the top. It will pop the names out for you. And that way you can see and get more familiar with them. You can always click that red square to close it again too. Okay. Let me show you some of the basic default settings here before we jump into expert mode, so that again, you can see where they live, so you can come adjust them if you want to. This is again stuff that was covered in the command website setup class. So up here, you have settings tab, and you can come here and edit things like your subdomain, your actual URL that you use for your KW agent site. Your KW app lives here as well. Now, while you can't edit that, you can come and copy it and add it into marketing. If you are on a team, your team referral links will live right here. Definitely recommend checking those out if you are on a team. This is a great way to be able to have things that are branded for your team, but have you be the agent that looks like the one agent for the team and any contacts that enter their information, like leads and things like that. When they enter their information onto these links, like the team app link, excuse me, the team member app link and the team website URL that's special just to you, that contact will go into your team contacts However, it will automatically be assigned to you as a team member. So it's a great way to make sure you're capturing that lead information, not just for your team, but also your efforts for marketing are rewarded. Okay. You have some preference settings right here, like making sure if you want Keller Home Loans and Keller Covered, the insurance company, to be able to advertise on your listings on your site. These are defaulted. Defaulted? Is that a word? I'm sorry. I do speak English as a primary language. I don't mean to stumble over it today, but it does default to enabled. There we go. And so you can come in and change this to disabled, along with the neighborhoods that are on your agent site. Like when you go and search, let's just go ahead and hop into our agent site here. There we go. So when you come and search a particular location, say Boston, Mass. All right, well, let's go with Boston, Georgia. Oh, there it is. When you look at the map on the search page here, you'll see some blue lines that outline neighborhoods and areas, just like you're seeing here. If you don't want those to show, you can toggle those off. Okay, so coming back here to our command tab, that's what this is right here. So it defaults to enabled, you can change it. Last but not least, you have some forced registration settings. In case you wondered if there's a way to limit the number of listings that a lead can view before being required to enter their contact information, this is that. So you can come in here and adjust those settings as well. It will be defaulted to unrestricted, so they can they can look at as many listings as they want at the current time, unless you come in here and change it. If you make any changes at all to this, just make sure to hit Save Changes when you're done. And that's it for the basic settings underneath this tab. If we come right back over here to my websites, there are some basic settings right here under Edit Agent Site. So we'll go ahead and click that. And again, just showing you these where they live. There's some basic settings right here under Pages and Home Page. You can come through some surface level changes right here for those default pages if you'd like, and you'll see the changes in real time on the preview over here. And you can also change your theme right here under styling. See it change in real time over here on the right. So you can come in and pick some of the other themes if you want. Just make sure any changes you make right here in this particular location, you'll just want to click publish when you're done, and that way it saves those changes. Okay. So that's it of kind of the overview of the default settings and how you can customize those. Again, that is more of our command website setup class. They go over all of these defaults, and you can come in and see that in detail if you watch that recording. I actually want to go over all the custom content with you today. So we're going to go ahead and jump into expert mode and get into making those additional pages and things that you can do on your KW agent site to make it very specific for your niche. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just click expert mode. And it brings us here to our website dashboard. First things first, make sure that this is the site that you want to be making changes to. If you're on a team, if you're on leadership, this may be a different site showing right here. To get to the site that you want to make edits to, click this link right here and choose the site out of this list that you want to work on. Okay. I'm going to click away from that menu since this is the one that we want to make a change to. And from here, we can begin start adding our custom pages. Sorry, I had to sneeze. God bless me. Okay. And so over here below, you'll see your default pages. These are your default pages that are already on your KW agent site, your home page, your blog page, and your About Me page. Okay. If you are on a team and you're working on your team site as we move through this class, then you may also see under default pages a Meet the Team page. Those are the default pages that are already on your KW agent site. Those again are covered in the command website setup class because again, that's just for more of the default setup, the basics of your KW agent site. But each one of these pages is covered in that class to show how to go through and customize these. So again, definitely check it out if you're looking to make changes to those default pages. I actually want to focus on adding those custom pages with you today. So we're going to start right here in our quick start section. There's a lot of goodies right here. So I'm going to go through each one and show you how to get these added to your KW agent site. And then as we move towards the end of class, we'll go into adding like just a basic custom page, and you have data that you want to add. Maybe you have some sold listings that you want to, or sold properties that you want to put on your custom page, or maybe a niche that you have, like you work with seniors or military relo or something like that. I'll show you how you can get some of that stuff added to your site. Okay. First things first, let's go to why work with KW. It's this last template over here on the right. Now, these are quick starts, so these are going to be minimal or require minimal work to get onto your KW agent site. We're just simply going to click that template. And on the left-hand side, if you haven't seen this just yet, this is where you make changes to your website on the left. And on the right is your preview so that you can view what those changes will look like before you actually publish them in the top right-hand corner. You can see that this page is a template. It's already filled out for you. It's already done for you. So you can see the page title has been added. A page header has been included, this right here. You can already see the modules were already chosen and filled in. This rich text module, they've added in all the text of why work with Keller Williams. And down at the bottom, it's already added your contact me form for you as well. There's literally nothing else to do on this page aside from click publish. So you can go ahead and click publish right here. I can't, we already have this page on our site, but you would want to click publish to add this page. Once you click publish, you'll get a green banner right here and about this area that tells you that it has been added to your KW site. Give it about 30 minutes. You may yeah, Carolyn, absolutely. Great question. She wants to know if you can change this content. I'll show you that in two shakes. It may appear on your site and then disappear again in the next 30 minutes. Don't panic. Again, 30 minutes and it should be on your KW agent site and stick. Carolyn, fabulous question. You 100% can come in here and click these modules just to expand it. And this shows you what the title is they've added and also the rich text down here at the bottom. So you can 100% come put in your cursor and delete. Let's just say we don't like that paragraph, delete it. Change it around, change the wording, change the spacing, whatever you would like to do. And if you would actually like to add, let me grab my files really quick, just a second. I'm going to get some basic files and I'll show you how you can throw even a picture in there if you wanted to. 2 seconds. There we go. And so you can come right here into a rich text module. I'm going to show you this guy a little bit later. He's really robust. But you can actually add photos and stuff too. So let's just say you wanted to add an image right in about here. Photo, one image, multiple images, maybe even a video, whatever you want to throw in this guy, you can do it. So you can click image, upload a file, choose the file. Let's go Farmhouse Christmas for some reason. That just has to be their first photo here. Upload. Change the style right here. If you're ever trying to get a photo centered on your website, guys, and I'm going to show you this later, but portrait center align, that'll make your photo show up correctly. Let's wait for our little preview here. Yep, there it goes. Throw a little photo in there. So if you make any changes, just remember to click that publish in the top right hand. Great. Show how to change background behind wording. Great question. So I'm assuming you mean back here. So currently, you can come up here to a background image. However, it's going to stay under your page heading at the top of this time. Okay. They are launching some changes coming soon to a website near you. Hopefully there'll be some changes coming for that. But currently, when you do the background image, it's going to be just for back here. I'll show you real quick. Choose file. Let's just grab a random house. Upload. Give it a second and it'll change it back here behind the heading. There you go. So hopefully that's what you mean when you said background image, but that's that. All right. So again, but in a perfect world, this is a template. Why work with KW? You could have just clicked the template and click publish and you're done. It's added to your site. Okay. Let's move on to the second one. And we're going to wrap up our class with some custom stuff like this, guys. I'll circle back and we'll go into depth, but I'm going to click my KW logo up here at the top. It probably won't ask you to leave. That's just because we made changes and I didn't save. So let's look at the mortgage calculator. So right here, we also have a template for that guy. So we'll click mortgage template, mortgage calculator template, color of background behind the words. Carolyn, do you mean like in the body of that email or body of that site, or did you mean up behind the header? So right here, guys, all I did was click on that mortgage calculator template. You can see the information is already set up on the left. And then on the right, the mortgage calculator is already populated. You literally only have to come over here and click publish, and it will be added to your site. One and done. So again, we're just learning how to quickly add some custom resources to your KW agent site to build out your site a little further for you. So again, click the template, mortgage calculator template, and click publish. Within 30 minutes, it will be added onto your KW agent site. And coming back here to our KW agent site, over here on the far right, it would show underneath your more tab, like right here. Okay. Um, Rich, when you got the fix the errors, try again, was it when you tried to click publish? And had you made any extra changes over here on the left? Um, do me a favor, Rich, if you would click on that URLs right here and see if you already have it. That may be where the error lives. Like if you already have this page on your KW agent site, that may also be why you're seeing that error. So check those two things. If that isn't it, definitely send us an email and we can jump in there and see if we can get that page added for you and see if we can get past that error. Carolyn, circling back. So the whole page, when you're looking at the text on that particular page, when it's text like that, um, there's not a way to like change that whole color unless you've picked a different theme for your KW agent site. So if you've picked a different theme for your KW agent site, so maybe you've picked one of the darker themes, then it wouldn't appear that light gray. It would appear a darker color. At this time, that's going to be your option for changing that background color at this time. Um, Yep, Rich. That'll do it every time, buddy. That's why you don't see me over here clicking the publish button at the moment because it would give us that same error. Carolyn, I'm dropping those links in the chat for you again so that if you do have to leave, you can always go to that YouTube channel. You're welcome, Rich. Go to that YouTube channel and look up the Customize Your Website archive. And we just taught this class a couple of weeks ago and you'll see it there. Okay. Or maybe 3 weeks ago. So again, mortgage calculator, click that template. Click publish. It'll add it to your site. Let's go back to the KW logo in the top left. And this time I want to show you how to do the download my app page. It also is a template right here. You would click the template. Information is already uploaded on the left. You will see the page populate over here on the right. Please know a couple of things here. Excuse me. Is that you won't see the QR code here just yet in most cases. Don't worry, once you publish the page, that QR code should populate on your site for you. So no worries if you see this, scan the QR code to download my app and there's no QR code. That's okay. It's just the preview. But if you do publish the page and you don't see that QR code populate, definitely reach out to us and we can look into that for you, but it should. You can still change your page title. If you want to add a header here that says download my app, or to be more of well, an explainer really, instead of this just going all the way up to the top of the website, you can come in and add that header here, page header right here if you want. I'll show you how you can do that real quick. Page header. It will add that page header in, and then I have the option to add that background photo if you want, and you can also change the name by coming up here in the page title field. Maybe you want to just make it more expressive or change it completely to something totally different. You've got that option if you want to, okay? So again, while these are templates that are made to be just a click and be done, that is a way that you can still come in and customize them a little bit further. Once you're done, you can come up here and click publish and it will add that page to your site. Again, 30-minute wait, and then check underneath your more tab and it should appear. Let's go back to the KW logo in the top left. And let's look at the home valuation tool. It's right here, another template. And so we'll go ahead and give him a click. Again, another page completely generated for you, already filled out. You can scroll down and view that. Okay. Your module has already been created for you, so you don't need to do that. But this is another page where you can add a page header if you choose to, or leave it like it is. And you can also add a contact me form onto this page. We've gotten mixed reviews, how agents feel about this KW page. The lead would need to enter their address. They get a pop-up. They either get the estimated value for their property, or if they get a message saying there's not enough data and to contact the agent, then they have an option to send you a message. Unless they get all the way through to clicking that message button, the lead information doesn't populate within your command. So they have to choose to send you that message in order for the lead to be fully captured. So if there's any questions about this particular page, or if maybe they think they entered their contact information, but they didn't actually complete the entire process, um, then you may not get that lead information. So you may want to consider coming here and adding a contact me form at the bottom, just so they have an additional field to fill out if they need to reach out to you. If they're not able to navigate this, they can come here and reach out to you with a contact me form. Some agents feel that would be a conflict and too confusing, and they prefer not to have it that way. I can totally get that. And some prefer to have the additional option. So I'm just going to show you the additional option just in case you want to add it. You would click Add Module, scroll down to Form right here. Now that the form module has been added, you choose the default form that's right here. So you do that by clicking the blank line and choosing the default. And you'll see that your contact me form shows up here at the bottom. Okay. So again, 100% up to you how you want to do this page. It's made without that form, but you can add it if you would like. Once you're done, click that publish in the top right and it will add that page for you. Let's go back to the KW logo here. And I'll show you how to add a local school search. Okay, so we're going to actually embed a local school search onto a custom page. So this is a great example, number one, to show you how to get a local school search on your site. But number two, the way that we do it is by embedding a code into the website. So this will also show you how you can do some things by adding custom content and embedding it on your site. Okay, so this is a good example to show you that. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a link into the chat here for everybody. If you're watching this back on recording, this link should be provided within the description of this video. But this is a site that we're going to go to get the local school search widget. And right here on this site, if you scroll down, you'll see a school data widget. Now on the left, we're going to make our edits, and on the right, you will see the map that we're actually going to be adding to our site page. So from right here on the left, we'll choose a city name or zip code, whichever you prefer. We're going to stick with Boston since we just mentioned that earlier. And when you click away from the field, you'll notice our map automatically updated to there. Again, if you do a zip code, you might be able to get a little bit closer in of a search. So just choose whatever you prefer. And then choose what size you would like this to be. We're actually going to do custom and do 800 by 800. Notice this map is changing and getting larger on the right. This tends to be a good size to view on the custom page for the KW agent site. So that's why we make it a little bit bigger. But again, you can do whichever you prefer. And below that, you can choose a color for the background right here. It actually ends up being just this tiny border around the edge, but you can still choose the color. So you would just click that field and pick a color you prefer. And then once you're done, once you got this, okay, now we're actually going to generate the code, okay? And that's down here at the bottom. It gives you a preview and a generate code. This is our code, but I'm going to click generate just to make sure that's refreshed. And from here, we can go ahead and click on this code and you can right click copy. So now that we have that on our clipboard, we need to go back. I'm going to do it one more time on my end. There we go. So we're going to go back to our KW agent site and we're going to add in that page so that we can add the code. So what I'm fixing to show you is how to create a custom page and embed an HTML code into your KW agent site. So we'll come here to our dashboard. We'll choose our custom page template. Notice this is custom page, completely blank. There's no title yet. There's no modules. There's no nothing. We got to add it all. So let's go ahead and name this page. You would go ahead and name local school search. You can include the name of your town, maybe, however you'd like to personalize it. This is what shows up under your More tab on your KW site. So if you want it to be more specific, like local Boston school search or local or Boston schools, whatever you would want, you can change it. And then just below that, you have the option to leave this page header here or remove it. If you want to hide the title, you can hide the title. Maybe you don't want it to show. You choose. But add module right here. So we'll add module, scroll down, and today we're going to do an HTML embed. The module has been added, but now we need to choose which embed is going to be included in the module. So click the blank line. Any former embed that you've already created will appear here, but this is a new one, so we want to go create new. Once you click that, notice that the banner at the top turns blue. This lets you know that we are now working on creating that particular HTML embed module, and it's giving us some blank lines on the left to start building that. So we'll just say this is Boston School Search Code. And right here where it says raw HTML, you would go ahead and paste your code. So you can right click, paste. See if I can get it to work. There we go. Right click, paste. Or like I did, I just do Control V on my keyboard and it would paste that code for you. You'll see your preview over here on the right. Now notice it's left center, excuse me, left aligned, right? And we want it to be centered. So I'll show you a little thing with HTML code. Just put your cursor right here at the very beginning. You'll do a less than sign, type in center, and greater than sign. There we go. There, it updates in real time on the right. And so now our map is centered on that page. Okay. Let's not forget to add our contact me page underneath. So now that we're done with this embed, we'll click publish. Should get a green banner. There it is, that it was published. And now we can click back. Remember, our HTML embed module has been added, but we need to choose the meat, right? And so you need to click that blank line. And now our new embed code we just created is right there, and we can choose that. You'll see it update on the right-hand side. There it is. And I do want to show you too, hopefully it's not too small on your screen. With this particular map, you can hold your control key down and zoom in. They can navigate through this map. They also have a list tab at the top. And then that gives you a list of all the schools with hyperlinks. And they can do their own search as well on that search tab. So maybe they have a different zip code that they want to enter. They can put it here and begin to look through that particular area if they want. So it's not just for the one location you chose. Okay. So there's that. And so, um, Rich, you're asking how to do the center code again? Sure, I don't mind showing you that. So I'm going to click the pencil to edit this. We're back here at our code. I'll just take it out. So you would put your cursor right here at the very beginning. Make sure it's at the very beginning. Hit your home key if you need to make sure that you're all the way back. And you would just simply do less than, type center, greater than. Okay. And then once you're done, click publish. All right. And we'll just click back. We've got that added. Yeah, Rich, if your internet, sometimes Zoom will pull a ton of resources on your device along with your internet signal. So it may be that you just got Zoom running, and when you're here working on this preview, this does pull a lot as well. And so it just may be a little bit of a delay. But if you continue to see an error, definitely reach out to us. We'll be happy to look. Um, just remember at the bottom of this page, guys, add that contact me form so that if they see something they like or have questions, they can always reach out to you, right? So add module on the left, scroll down to form, form, and then over here on the left again, now that you know this module is added, got to choose that meet, right? So choose that line and choose that default form. And you should see it populate over on the right-hand side. Yeah. Oh, Roger. Sorry, I thought it was still Rich talking. Roger, change to Winston-Salem as default, but it seems to be showing Houston. Um, yeah, you might want to come over here and make sure you click generate code. Like make sure this saved for your city and state. Click off of that field and then make sure to click generate code to make sure that code refreshes. You should see how you can see Boston in my code down here. You should be able to see your city showing down there. If you continue to see issues, Roger, just email us and we can take a look for that. All right, coming back to our custom page here, we just added our contact me form at the bottom. And so now our page is good to go. You can go ahead and click publish at the top right-hand corner. And again, it'll populate on your KW agent site, usually within 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll go back, click the KW logo at the top left. And now I'd like to show you guys how to do a property landing page. The template is right here for this. Let me give a little bit of a definition. The pages we've added up until now have been custom pages. That means they are linked to your KW agent site. Let's go look at the KW agent site so you'll see. When you look under the More tab, these are all custom pages or website pages. This means that even if somebody navigates to a particular page on this menu, that at all times up here at the top, I can still get back to your website homepage. I can navigate to other website pages up here in the top right. I can still easily navigate through the website. A custom page, aka website page, is linked to your KW agent site and allows leads to navigate through the entire site, even after looking at the page that you've sent them. A landing page. When you see landing page here within your dashboard, it's going to mean a standalone page. Okay. A standalone page means at the top of it, you will not have all the search options, the top navigation menu right here. There will not be an option to click and get back to the KW agent site from that landing page. Okay. It's a standalone page. It's an island unto itself. Okay. There's some other language in Command. If you're ever doing like a paid ad campaign or you're creating a design in Command, you may see the term there of landing page again. Not to be too totally confusing, but when you see that when you're creating marketing within Command, it may mean just a page for your leads to be directed to. It's a place to send people and them to land. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a standalone landing page. It could very well be your website pages. Okay. But I just want to clarify when you're here building on your website and you see the difference between a custom page and a landing page, that's what the difference is here. This type page, along with these templates that we just added, they are all custom pages and linked to your KW agent site. And a landing page will be standalone page that will not have a way to navigate to your KW site from those pages. Okay. Let me know if you got any questions. I know that's a little bit to chew on, but let me go ahead and show you how to do a property landing page with this template right here. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Over on the left-hand side, you'll be able to choose the particular address that you want this landing page to use. Oh, Roger, good. I'm glad you got that to work. That's awesome. Yeah, zip codes are usually more accurate anyway, so that's good to know. One second. Sorry, guys. I thought I had to sneeze again. I apologize. I don't know what is with it today. Okay. I'm okay. It's fine. Um, the featured listing right here, you can choose the address that you want this property landing page to be for. So you would simply click that line and begin typing the address. I don't know if this is still an active listing, but it was the sample we used last time. So let me just start typing in the address. It's listed right here. So once you begin typing in the address, you would choose it from the drop-down menu. Choose it from the drop-down menu. There it goes. It's taking its sweet time. There we go. Now we're starting to see it update on the right-hand side. Excuse me. And so what you're seeing is it pull information from the MLS. And so I believe this is one of the highest priced properties in Florida at this time, actually, probably in the US at the moment. And so you can see the stats over here on the left. It pulls the MLS description as well, along with the current price and the address and the status, still for sale. This should say contact me right here. Hopefully yours does not say null. Ours usually does that because he's not a producing agent. Scott is not. So yours should say contact me. And then as you scroll down, you'll begin to see some of the choice photos from the MLS that you can kind of scroll through. Coming on down, it also shows a map of that particular location. and a pin for where the listing is. And your Contact Me form will be located at the bottom. Over on the top left, let me scroll back up our preview here. On the top left over here, you can add a page title. Actually, you need to. So we'll just make it our address that we chose and click off of it. And here you can add a custom image at the top or use the default listing image. If we chose default listing image, we should see a picture appear up here from the MLS. There it goes. And so it will just use what you have from the MLS unless you'd like to add a custom image to that. And so over here on the left, again, you can choose the default custom image. Custom video is here, guys. So far, we're not seeing that perform really great on the KW agent sites just yet. But it is an option. It is an option to try to add a video if you want to try. That'd be great. We know updates are still coming out on this, so it's up to you if you would like to give it a go. But we're going to go with default for today and come over here to these contents over here on the left-hand side. Now, these aren't really for you to come in and have to edit a whole lot, but you can click on them. And if you want to name your property title, you can update that here. You can also make changes like if you want to hide the title, hide a particular category, maybe you want to hide the price. We should see that price disappear. It didn't do it. There it goes. Okay. Took it a second, but you can do this. So see, like hide category, it took away the for sale item. Hide the price, it took the price off of the page. You can choose to hide several different things here. You would go through and just click off which ones you want to hide. You can even hide the description itself over here on the far right. Oh, Darren, I see your question. I'll grab that in just a second. So you can choose what is seen, what is not. You make up, you make it the way you want to. But then property landing, agent information. When you go to click this, there's not much to expand there. You can see that. The image carousel as well. That's what we're seeing right here, these images that you can carousel through. When you go to expand that module, it doesn't expand because again, this is pulling directly from the MLS. And so there's not much in here to come and like customize further. It should all be done for you, but you can come in here and make small adjustments like hide the boundary line, that blue line. Again, oh, okay, it's still trying to update. See the eyeball rolling over here? There it goes. So it removed our boundary lines if you don't want that to show. And then down here under your contact form, that's just your contact me form right here. Okay. And so now you go ahead and make those changes that you would like to change or leave it as is, whichever you prefer. Something else that you can do extra here is if you have a virtual tour for this listing, you can add videos, guys, to your custom pages on your agent site that just needs to be hosted either on YouTube or Vimeo. And so I'm going to show you how to add a video here. This will go not just for your property landing pages, but for any custom page that you're building on your KW agent site. You can add module and choose. Oh, okay. So for the property landing page, it's going to call, I'll tell you why I just stuttered for a second. So it'll say property landing page virtual tour. So you can choose that module here. On your other custom pages that are not your property landing page, it will say video. So when you go to choose add module, you'll see video as an option and you'll choose that. That's why I stuttered. I was looking for the video module. So go ahead and click property landing virtual tour. And right here, you can go ahead and paste that URL for your virtual tour. Okay. And so this will actually work since it's this property landing page. If you have a website link for that virtual tour, it should actually work here without you hosting it on YouTube or Vimeo. I want to clarify. So again, for a property landing page, when it's a virtual tour, you can work with a website. And this is exactly where you would paste that. If you're working on a custom site page where you're adding modules and you're adding the video module, which I'll show you here in just a second to help bring clarity, it just needs to be hosted on YouTube or Vimeo if it's just the video itself. Okay. Um, yes, there are ways to do a landing page for a neighborhood, Elise. I can jump in and show you how to do that real quick. So go ahead and add your virtual tour if you want. Let's say I didn't even have a link, don't have a virtual tour. You can always click the negative sign right here to remove that module. Okay. It turns pink and has a cross through it so that you know, okay, that module is not going to be included. I just removed it. If you do choose to remove any of these up here, if you see like the map is an option as well that you can remove. So you can click that red negative sign and it will take away. It should take the map view away here in a minute. Yeah. So you don't have to have that on your property landing page. Okay. Make sure to publish this if you're gonna keep this page, okay? Since it's a landing page, it will not appear on your KW agent site. It will only appear as a landing page. You can come right here. Let's actually see if it'll let me publish this guy. Um, dun, 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 dun. So we click publish and we have the green banner saying published. I'm going to come back to my red KW here at the top and I'll show you where to look for these. You would scroll down, see how it says default pages, default modules, custom pages, but down here at the bottom, we have a lot of custom pages. Underneath custom modules, we have a lot of modules. Custom landing pages. You would find him somewhere in here, okay? And so I don't remember what I named our little guy there. So I apparently did not fill out my title like I should have. But you would see it somewhere in here, and you could go ahead and grab that link here to view and edit that page again. Okay. So you can jump in there. Let me go back to our KW here. Let me grab some of these questions super quick. So Elisa did say that I'll show you how to do a neighborhood page here. Also, Darren, what would be the benefit of using a landing page versus custom? A benefit over a landing page would be for those one-off properties, like if you have listings and you don't intend to keep them very long, so you don't need them to technically be pages on your KW site. You just want a landing page, or maybe it's an event or something like that that'll be a specific time frame. That would be a great thing to go ahead and create just random not random, but a landing page for that you can use it when you need it, but you don't necessarily want it to be associated with your KW agent site. Um, I can't make a good argument, honestly, for using just a landing page. I'm a big proponent of add it as a custom page. Let that lead come and explore your entire site. I'm a big proponent of that. Why would you not want them to come and look at more of your business? And if it is a niche in your market or an event or a particular listing, why not have that on your KW agent site? So I'm a big proponent of using it as a custom page, but some people do prefer landing pages to keep them separate. Um, it's up to you. You're welcome, Darren. All right, so let me show you real quick how to do an open house sign-in sheet um, for a property, and then I'll show you a neighborhood site. Okay. And so um, let's go ahead and search on our KW agent site here for a particular property. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull that same listing. Number 3585 Anchorage. So you would search for a property on your KW site. Trying to get that auto pop-up to go away. There we go. So we see our little listing right here with that little dot on the house means that's the active one. So we'll go ahead and view this active listing. It does need to be an active listing. Okay. So here's the listing. Once you're viewing it, you can come right up here at the top, put your cursor at the end of the address, do a /, open house, and hit enter. It may take it a moment to update. And voila, it turns it into a sign-in sheet or page that you can use at an open house. So this is a standalone page. It's a landing page. It's not linked to your website. Notice that I don't have my home button here. I don't have my little navigation up here in the top right. It's literally, yes, Beverly, I'll show you that again. This is literally just an open house sign-in sheet. You could take this little link right here, and when you're there at the open house, just go to this particular page and have it on a device that you would just hand to somebody to let them register for that open house. They would just simply put their first name, last name, their email, and a phone number and click submit. They are going to be required to check the 2 disclaimers, okay? And then click submit. That would send their lead information into your command account, and you would get a notification of a new lead, and you would have them registered for your open house. And I'm going to show you again how we did that. I'm just going to go to our KW agent website. You search for the property. Come on, little guy. And then you select the address from the drop down. Once you're here viewing that listing, you would put your cursor in the website address bar / open house and hit enter. And it will turn it into an open house sign-in page for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you, you're welcome. I'm going to show you how to do a neighborhood page on your custom site. I think these are great to use. You just need to be really super careful to make sure it stays branded to you. There's a couple of ways to do it. Let me go ahead and get back to our KW agent site here. There we go. So what you can do, I'm trying to think of the easiest way to show this to you guys because there's 2 ways to do it. I'm just going to go ahead and search a particular area. You could put in, let's say, the area that you're looking for. You can put the neighborhood name. Like, see, when I typed in Boston, it actually offered me some neighborhood choices down here at the bottom, like Harbor Point, and says neighborhood. So I'll just go ahead and choose to look at that neighborhood. It's going to do a search for me. No results. Okay, so over here, I should be able to, bless it. It's not going to cooperate with me today. All right. Well, there's 2 ways to get this done. I'm going to show you the fail-proof way. Uno momento. Let's go back to command. Into our command here. We're just in command, okay? Home page. This is the dashboard. You can go into your contacts. Since the search isn't cooperating, just jump into one of your contacts that has a neighborhood. The neighborhoods are over here on the left, okay? You can scroll down a little bit, see all the different neighborhood names we have added to this contact. The name that's showing right here is the neighborhood you're seeing a preview of. You can click the arrow to the right to kind of thumb through those neighborhoods. When you find the neighborhood that you want to add to your KW site, you could click preview. It's going to open it in a new tab. This is where I should have been able to get to from our KW agent site. Okay, so you should be able to go and look up a property on your KW agent site. And when you click on the listing, you should see neighborhood information and a button to be able to explore that neighborhood, and it'll bring you to this same place. I'm just showing you another shortcut. Okay. Now that you're looking at the neighborhood information, this is where be careful that it's branded to you. Notice it branded it for genericKW.com, genericKW.com. There's no about me. It's saying find an agent. So make sure this is branded to you before you add it to your site, okay? So up here at the top left, you can just put your cursor in that web address bar and add in whatever your subdomain is. So for us, it's Scott Leroy Marketing And see how I made that scottleroymarketing.kw.com? Just hit enter. Ta-da! Now it's branded for our Scott Leroy Marketing website. See these options over here? They changed. Okay. So now this link right here, I can copy it. This is my neighborhood. And now I can take this little link and we're going to go back into creating a custom page on the site and make it this neighborhood. So we'll go to our dashboard. Here we are. We'll go to custom page. What was the name of the site? Washington Square. Okay. So we'll say Washington Square Market Snap. Okay. If you want to name it that, you could name neighborhood information, know how to spell neighborhood. I still got it wrong. Hold on. Trying to go too fast. Um, yeah, that's right. Okay. No, it's not right. Just a second. Okay, there we go. All right. And so once we have our page named over here, scroll down to add those modules, right? You can do anything with these modules. Add a module. And this time we actually want to iframe this in because we're taking a website address, not necessarily that HTML code. We're going to iframe in this website. So now that we have our module added, we'd click the line to pick our meat, right? So we got to make this iframe. So we'll click create new, name it. So it was Washington. I'm just going to say iframe, place our URL there, and hopefully this is going to work. There it goes. KW has really been cracking down on iframes that can be done, guys. So we've just seen a lot of errors. So I'm very excited to see this working correctly. So all I did was paste that URL and look, our page came up on the far right. Excuse me. At the bottom, you can change the site size. It's already set to 600. That's pretty big. See how far it lets me get down that neighborhood preview before the actual banner starts and the bottom of the page is there. So 600 is pretty snazzy. For the width, it defaults to 100%, so it will go the whole way across the page. So those are pretty good, but you can change it if you want and click publish. Now that we've created our iframe code, we can click back and make sure we choose it from the drop down, Washington. Should update on the far right. There it is. I want to show you this, see how the header kind of acts as a little bit of a double right here. You can choose to not have this. You can choose page heading and do none, and it will take that away. You will have double headers like this. It's part of iframing. It's literally like taking a picture of that neighborhood page and adding it into a custom page. So there is a little bit of that overlap. Do with it what you want, but right now you can't take it away. Okay, so some people like to add the page header to separate it, some prefer not. Once you're done, click publish, and that site page will now show up underneath your More tab within about 30 minutes. And you can add as many neighborhood pages as you would like. Okay. All right, guys, we are literally right out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If you're here with me live and you have any other questions, definitely go ahead and drop those in the chat. I'll be happy to get those answered for you. If you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.